Hi, sixth grade design and modeling. I Happy Monday, and of course, this is week 3, and I will be talking a little bit today about how you're going to be generating some concepts from your problem that you defined last week. Before I go over that, I just want to have a list for you on the screen here of things that I need turned in, which I have. A lot of you guys have done a really good job with keeping up with your work. So, week one was I gave you a little syllabus video. I went over the syllabus and I just had you answer one question after you watched. And the second thing was a getting to know activity, and several of you typed in red on your Google document and or some of you presented really cool Google slide presentations to me. Last week, we defined the problem and I gave you an assignment like this, and I gave you some options to choose from last week. And many of you came up with your own idea, or you definitely use something from the list here. Now, where you ended up typing your, and some of you have um, didn't read this, I guess, but you needed to make sure you wrote 2 paragraphs that described what the problem was and what you intended to do about it, and what are some of the resources that you're going to use to solve the problem. Many of you did a great job with this, and what you did is you hit the enter key down here and you just started on the second part of this document and you typed up your 2 paragraphs. Some of you did a really good job and you just went and created your own Google Doc and you started in, and everybody should have that saved. Everything is saved in your Google Drive. If you can't find a document, you need to just go up and get a new tab, go to the 9 dots, and go to your docs and see if you can find it. Now, you're going to add on to this week, and here's your assignment for this week. This week, um, we're going to generate some concepts, and I kind of highlighted some key things here to help you understand this. It says we think of multiple ideas. This past week, we thought um, or actually this week, think of multiple ideas that we think would address all the issues that you brought up with step one, which was defining the problem. Go ahead and do some research on whatever your problem is, and see if you can come up with maybe modifying your idea, or you just use your own imagination and come up with your own design, or take several designs and make it into your design, but make it unique, and maybe something new if you could. Now, the requirements for this assignment this week: take that original document that you had from last week, the original one. So if you typed on this document from last week, that's your original. If you want to start over and just start a whole new document, you need to make sure you copy and paste what you typed here and put it on a new document. But either way, what you can do is you need to work with one document, figure out how you're going to do it. But I should have step one at the top. And then this week, I'm asking you, under your work from last week, make a new heading, make it a new label, and call it step two, generate concepts. So if you were to go in and let's just say that this is the document that you had from last week. And you had your two paragraphs. Let's say your two paragraphs are right here. You should have you should have something titled up here at the top. Define the problem. That should be your title. And of course, you can make it all fancy and big and whatever. Then underneath your two paragraphs, then you're going to make a new heading and call it Generate Concepts. And here you're going to turn this into a heading. But remember, you're using the same document. Now, let's go over a little bit more here. It says describe at least two ideas that you have for solving this problem. And type up as many details as possible. And make sure you label two ideas. If you didn't have another idea, try to come up with another idea from maybe doing some of your research. And you can do more than two ideas if you want. Maybe you had three ideas. Well, first I was going to do this to my bedroom, but then I didn't like that. Okay, so that's generating your concepts. The next thing after you've done that, make sure that you've explained how you're going to address all the issues that you listed in step one. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to sketch your idea. You can either sketch it on a piece of paper or you can use some kind of drawing program. If you have a Chromebook, a couple places that you can go and draw in, possibly. There's one called Sumo Paint. And if you click on Sumo Paint, I'll just see if I go to it. Sumo Paint the last I knew you could, but you may have a hard time using Sumo Paint because of Adobe, but that's a cool place that you can go in and try to sketch. Another place is just if you've got a PC, you can just type in paint down here at the bottom, or you can look something up and you can go in. This is just regular paint, and this is online Sumo Paint. So you can sketch it either on an online program, or if you do it on a piece of paper, you're going to do it by hand. Please take a picture of your sketch and then email it to yourself, your school email, and then copy it and paste it into your Google Doc. So if you're a good sketcher, just make sure you take a picture of it and on your phone, send it to your piperschools.us account and then open it up in your email and then download it, or you can just copy it and paste it onto your Google Doc or to actually drag it. Sometimes you can drag and drop it onto your Google Doc. Then, when you're done with that, I'll have an assignment posted in our class, and it'll say generate concepts. And that's where you'll need to go in and turn in your second part. And that's all that I need done from you for this week. Here are the requirements. If you can't um, remember what I'm going through on this video, and if you have any questions, you can email me, send me a private message on Google Classroom. Several of you have done that, and I'm good with that. Do not share the document. Okay, sharing is not the same as turning in. So please turn it in on Google Classroom. All right. So if you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me, email, and I hope everybody has a great week. Talk to you later.